Welcome to season 5, episode 2004. I'm one of your hosts, Brian Bach.
2004?
200. 204. So I'm tired.
It's one of them days. Welcome, everybody. Altadena Talks this happy Monday. He's Brian Backus. He can't talk today very well. I'm Jamal Smith, and we have...
I'm Tony Bailey Rains. Hey, y'all. It's a gloomy Monday and one of those Mondays, huh?
I'm happy about it because it's cool.
For now.
Yeah, it's gloomy. I don't
like it.
It's
about to burn off in a little bit. It's going to be 80 degrees today and 90 tomorrow. That's crazy. This weather is insane. So Brian has had 3 hours sleep in the last 48 hours. That's why his there's like a disconnect between his brain and his mouth right now. He needs rest.
Pretty much. But it was worth it. The TED Talk had a few sound issues, but that's attributed to the fact that we really couldn't be in there to test it like we wanted to because the library was still open, and I think it was Saturday night. They had a whole lot of volunteers because people were supposed to come up there and run through their tests, so we were supposed to already have this stuff set up, but we couldn't have it set up because we had to wait till 4:00, and then we only had a window from 4 to 8, and so we were working on the sound issues for about 2 hours. We just didn't have the right cabling. There's no more Radio Shack or Fry's that we can just run to. Best Buy doesn't have anything.
Yeah, we figured it out. We
jerry rigged everything. What we do best.
It came off, man. That was a long live stream, 6 hours and 41 minutes and some change.
Right.
Just live. But it was fun. I will tell you, Altadena got some talented folks, and the perspectives that they were coming from were diverse. They were talking about some stuff I didn't expect them to talk about. We had a couple of youth from the area that talked that were very, very good speakers, and their subject matter was really, really cool. There were some homeowners, some Altadenians who were talking about their land and how they actually did some special things with their land and are suggesting that possibly be expanded for others as ideas. Just if you get a chance to watch it, I know it's long, but you can skip past the breaks and watch the people and listen to their speeches. It was very, very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, each of them went about 10 minutes, and it was very TED Talkish. I mean, it was stories that kind of threw you off, like the guy that said he had a person that was living with him that he couldn't get rid of. Right. And at the end, it was so shocking to find out that the person that was living with him was his grief. Yeah. But the way he described it, it made you hate the person, right? But at the same time, it was like, wow, it was so metaphoric. And then the little 15-year-old, Eleanor, I think she looked at the prompter twice.
Oh, yeah. She was just, yeah.
She is the next Angela Davis. I'm going to tell you right now.
She was so articulate. It was amazing.
Oh, man. And then the girl that came up after looked like her older sister. Yeah. She was profound, too. She talked about how her life in school has been like dealing with Sandy Hook, dealing with this, dealing with shootings and stuff like that, growing up after 1997. And, of course, we're not in that realm of 15 to 30-year-olds. So we don't know what's going on there. At least I don't. I don't know what anybody else is doing, but we're
not around folks who articulate it as well.
Right, because they were very descriptive. It was, and the one dude, like you said, Jamal, that showed his succulent, the way he embraced the land. Mm-hmm. And he said that his house burned, but the way he curated his succulents on his property stopped houses next to him from being burned.
Yeah, it's like the fire stopped at his spot.
Right. And then one lady was like, the house caught the tree on fire that was 100 years old. It was like, but they're very enlightening, informative, and I hope once they do the editing and stuff for the real TED Talk stuff, it'll be something profound.
Oh, it's going to be phenomenal. And that gentleman that was talking about the suitcase with his foster son, that whole story was,
man, and brought the suitcase up on the stage, like right.
That was a tearjerker. I was looking at the foster kids; they were right across from me, and they were tearing up. It was, man, that was actually a really, really good event.
Yeah, it was. It was long. It was long. And all I could think of, Tony, was please don't let the internet go down. Please don't let a power outage happen. Please don't let this, because when we started and it went silent, they were waiting for me. It was so I was so nervous because I've never been in that situation where everyone's looking at me and I'm not ready to start because you got to do so much with that equipment. You got to go over here and set this up. Then over here. Then you got to copy the key over here. Then I forgot where to hit the live, and it's on a button on the machine. Like, oh God, where's the live at? Man, I think I must have smoked like 8 cigarettes right after that. I was like, oh man, okay, take it. And
so were you feeling like the internet problems of the office followed you there for a second?
No. We didn't have the speed was like 900. I mean, we didn't have no internet issues
that speed
at all.
was amazing.
Okay. But we just have
nothing crazy.
There was a lot of stuff we didn't tie in. Like I didn't anticipate the DJ coming. So we didn't tie in. Then this guy Honoree sung, but he wasn't supposed to. He went out of order, and when he was singing, you couldn't hear nothing because he grabbed the mic from the DJ, and that's not plugged in. It was just a whole bunch of stuff, but it worked. And then his earpiece kept falling off. And so the one dude that was helping to put the earpieces on, it was so funny, Tony, because he was doing some stuff like this. He's putting the earpiece on, homeboy's dancing, so he's trying to put the earpiece on and dancing with him. Right? So then Brett came up there, they both was like the background dancers. They were funny.
So Brent just finally took the mic and he stood over by the speaker and held the microphone.
So you can actually hear the music, which all of us, what I liked is that all of us like thought, like, okay, and I was about to run in and tell Jamal something, he had just did it. So we was like on the same thing. Or I was about to walk in and change this camera over and Brent was already walking over there. Mm-hmm. So it was cool to have people who was thinking like me.
Like-minded, right?
Yeah. So yeah.
You were saying something about your daughter, Tony?
Yeah, she went and I had talked to her. She said, "Oh yeah, you're Altadena Talks co-host or whatever here." I was like, I know. She went after church. Because one of our little cousins found out about it and wanted to go. So
I wish I would have known. I didn't know she was there.
That's okay. We're incognito sometimes. We be stealth. Everybody ain't got to know.
I mean, it would have been nice to say hi to her. I mean, not to announce it to the world, but it would have been nice. I don't think I've ever met her.
I haven't either.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But hey, want to be incognito.
She saw you guys. You know what?
And Brown too, for the hosting. It was nice to kind of get to know her throughout the day. She's a real sweet person and was very patient with us with the technical difficulties. But she did really well too.
One of the things I heard you guys say was the gentleman that talked about his grief, and it reminds me of one of my favorite poems, which is by Rumi, called The Guest House, because I even have a copy of that in my book. Have you guys ever heard of that, or do you follow Rumi? So there's a poem called The Guest House by Rumi that I love, and it says, This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes because each has been sent as a guide from above. So I always refer back to the guest house. And when you were talking about the man and his grief story, it reminds me of that because all of these things shape us in some way, shape, or form throughout our life, right? And it's so funny because I literally went somewhere, I think Saturday or Friday, and see what I have on, you guys? This Grinch t-shirt, sweatshirt, and it's like fleece line. You guys know I'm always cold, so I was like, yes. And I got it, and I have the matching pants or whatever. But my son, who loves the Grinch, my older son came through the other day, and he was like, oh, I like that, Mom. I was like, oh, thank you. So it was so funny because as I tried it on, I literally heard the Lord speak to me because there was a time in my life because of things that had happened to me that I either hadn't dealt with or whatever. They were guests, right? The anger, the depression, the anxiety, the PTSD, whatever, they were guests in my house because our bodies are houses, right? And our brains hold, and have memory of stuff. And so I told him, I said, oh, this so reminds me, there was a time in my life where I was an absolute Grinch. I was mean. And when you look back at the story of the Grinch, he was a good dude. He was cool. Then some things happened that made him be isolated, right? He lost his parents, all that. He was isolated and he hated everybody. And if it weren't for little Susie Who from Whoville and her kindness and the way she reached out to him and loved on him, and then they welcomed him in later where he thought all he needed to do was like be a Grinch and steal their stuff and be mean. And it was like a reflection for me. Putting this on was like, oh, wow. Growing up, I was whatever, right? We go through our things. We're cool or nice, sweet kids, whatever. Things can happen, to us at some point in life that could turn us into something similar to being a Grinch. So this is kind of like a metaphor of where I was at a season in my life. And so for him to talk about that grief and this guest or this unwelcomed individual that's in his house that is broken in, that he needs to evict and all of that reminds me of the guest house. And it's so, I think this whole little discussion or that piece really is a really good thing to analyze or look at on one of our Wellness Wednesdays. And maybe you guys can clip just that section and we could review it because all of us go through things in life, and there are seasons in our life that, yes, we will have that unexpected and sometimes unwelcome visitor, right, of grief or, anxiety or depression or whatever. So I love that he did it that way because TED Talks are always great. And they are the little stories that are short, but they're very impactful. So super exciting to hear how he did it. And I will, when I get some time, go through different times of the week and look at those and the little young lady that seems to be quite the genius and so articulate and did so well. So excited to hear about that, you guys. And thanks because you guys do amazing work in the community whenever you can. So good to hear that you guys went, and in spite of the little snags, that it turned out really, really well.
It was all hands on deck, and I was glad that I wasn't the only one that could think.
It was definitely an adventure, but it was a really good experience. It seemed as if it was for everybody who participated because there were quite a few volunteers. They helped set up everything like the day before. And then when the breakdown happened, we literally had maybe a little less than an hour, I think, because we didn't stop at the right time. Man, everybody chipped in and broke down everything. Moved the chairs, moved the tables, pulled as much of the stuff as possible that was moved from the library, from wherever it was sitting, and kind of moved a lot of that stuff into place. So
that's awesome.
I want to thank everybody who helped out for that. It was very cool. It was a heck of an experience. And the
Did
library.
you ever done or been to a TED Talk before?
I had never been to one. I've watched many, but I've never been to one in person.
Yeah, I remember my first one I had been to was when they very first started, and I worked at Caltech, and they had one there one time, and it was a series of them, like over 3 or 4 days, and we could pick and choose which ones to go to, but I was like really impressed and amazed because it was like, oh wow, and just the format of how they're done, with these short stories that almost always start one way and end another way that you may not ever connect until it hits, but they're so very impactful and meaningful for people. So I'm super glad that it went very, very well for Altadena. It's much needed.
Yeah, I look forward to when they do it again because there's still more stories to tell.
Cool beans.
Didn't you do a few other things, B, or at least one other thing? Did you Friday or? I thought you did.
Yeah, I went to. I went up to the library to get started setting up. No, wait. Before that, I went to Williams Homes. Did a ribbon cutting for
on
a
Friday?
family. Yeah, that they're going to build with. The family's going to build with them. They have 3 kids, and they were all. I took pictures. I just didn't get a chance to put it together. But a guy was there flying his drone, and while we were trying to film, drone was low, and drones make a lot of noise when they're close.
Mm-hmm.
And so while I'm filming, I'm trying to ask him, "Does your drone record?" And he goes, "Yeah, yeah, of course it records." I said, "No, I'm sorry, let me rephrase. Does it record the audio from the base of the remote?" "Oh yeah, but I said, he said, yeah, but I'm not doing that right now." I'm like, "Well, sir, we can't hear what they're saying with your drone flying low. And like I have the same drone he had, just he has a newer model. Mm-hmm. And if you fly it high enough and further back, you could zoom in on the thing without us hearing it, and it will record what the people are saying right there, so that if you're way up in the air and you want to narrate something like I'm flying over the lake, it does that. But I guess he didn't know how to use it or do it. And so I really don't want to show the video unless I can clean up the background noise, because it just will sound horrible.
You can describe it for now, and then we can work in the background to try to clean it up.
Yeah, we'll see. But I was asking Andre Wood, who is part of the Pasadena Chamber of Commerce, and he was there, right? Mm-hmm. As part of it. And I go, "Oh, surprised to see you here." I said, "They still haven't contacted me, and I paid back in August." And he said, "Oh, well, they're right over there, the 2 ladies you need to talk to." I said, "Oh, really?"
But for the folks watching, they didn't contact you for what? Who didn't contact you, and what was it they didn't contact you for?
So we signed up for to be part of the Chamber of Commerce, but when I always like to follow up when I pay for something, right? Mm-hmm. To make sure they, number 1, got the payment. Number 2, what's the next steps? Do you send a welcome packet? Do you do this? Do you do that? So the actual welcome for this was last week. I didn't even see the email because I hadn't seen nothing from them for the first 2 months, so I didn't know. So I met the 2 ladies, and I told them the situation. One of the ladies was on vacation for 2 or 3 weeks or something, so I guess it didn't get relayed to her. But the other lady, Linda, she goes, "Oh, well, I'm the one that brings the plaques to the buildings. Where are you going to be at later on?" And I said, "I'm going to be at the Altadena Library." And she came over and brought the plaque right over like clockwork. So,
that's so cool.
It was great to finally get to meet them and not think that I fell through the cracks, but everything is a process. And so after that, I went up to the library, but I know I did something before that, but I just can't read. Oh, so of course we all know, well, some people might not know, but some good friends of mine, Wynn Harmon and Beverly Green Harmon, got shot and killed in December of last year. Well, I got a call from his brother saying, "Hey, what are you doing at 1:00?" And I said, "Well, I got to be up at the library." He said, "Well, they're going to do the unveiling of Wynn's plaque at Jackie Robinson Park. Can you come take pictures and video?" And I said, "Oh, no problem, man. You know, I would do anything for Wynn. Wynn was always cool." And so I went up there, and they had like all of the Pasadena council people and a few other dignitaries there, and I filmed it. And after that, that's when I ran up to the Williams thing. That's why I forgot what I was doing. I did so much that day.
Mm-hmm.
So I got all of that. I'll probably show that probably on Friday. I don't have the energy to put it together today. I mean, the sooner this show is over for me, the better. I gotta go to bed.
We're about 11:15. We can end it then. Normal time.
Well, as long as we can go right into the announcements if you want to.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I'll jump in.
And then if you hear me snoring in the background, just mute the phone or
just mute it anyway.
Microphone.
Well, you know, I like to, you know, when he's doing announcements, I like to do my little.
He likes to jump in and say stuff.
Tips.
All right, here I go. Yeah. Oh man. All right, so we're gonna start as usual with the Altadena Community Center. It is available Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4:30. It's located at 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena. Remember, FEMA's no longer there, but you can access them directly if you need their assistance. And then we have I gotta remember which computer I switched computer setup today. So LA County One Stop Permit Center is at 464 West Woodbury Road, Suite 210. They have walk-in hours 8 a.m. to 4:30, Monday through Friday. They also have rebuild consultation appointments available Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 to noon, as well as Southern California Edison planner appointments being available Mondays and Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to noon. You do have to go to the website, recovery.lacounty.gov/rebuilding/1-stop-permit-centers. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and click schedule, I believe it's a red schedule button, and you can set these appointments up. The county's waiving and refunding permit fees for those homeowners rebuilding after the Eaton and Palisades fires. So if you paid your fees, you could potentially have it refunded. If you've yet to pay them, you can potentially have the fees waived. To qualify, though, you must demonstrate that you both owned and lived in your property prior to the 7th of January of this year. And you also have to be working on an eligible project, such as the replacement of your single-family home destroyed by the fires, which include accessory structures like garages, ADUs, pools, etc., as well as standalone ADUs, which are used for temporary occupancy during the rebuilding. What's not eligible, though, are commercial, rental, multifamily, or temporary housing projects, or any properties that were not damaged by the fires. Now, to get this form, you can either scan the QR code or you can go to the website recovery.lacounty.gov/fee-waivers-and-refunds. Fill it out online and save it and include it as an attachment and send an email to recovery@planning.lacounty.gov, or just print up a copy and take it to the One Stop Permit Center. And the fortunate thing is you only need one for all the departments. Now we have the CalAssist Mortgage Fund. This, again, is providing 3 months of mortgage payments up to a maximum of $20,000. It's free to apply. You don't have to pay these funds back. If you do actually get the money, the grant, it's paid directly to your mortgage servicer and not to you. For eligibility, though, you must have primary residence that was destroyed or considered uninhabitable due to the Eaton or Palisades fire or any other qualified disaster from the 1st of January of 2023 through the 8th of January 2025. You also must have owned and occupied your home with up to 4 units on the property, as well as meet the new combined income limits of now $211,050. If you do apply, go ahead. Oh, I thought you were going to say something. If you do apply, please be prepared to share your mortgage statements, bank statements, homeowners insurance or FEMA claim, utility bills, as well as your proof of income. To actually apply, you go to the website, callisismortgagefund.org. And if you need help over the phone, you can call Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. to 1-800-501-0019. If you need some in-person assistance, you can go either to the Altadena Community Center at 730 East Altadena Drive or to the One Stop Rebuild Center at 1828 Sawtell Boulevard in LA. Those spaces are open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. And then we have a few flyers to go through for events happening. So we do have Project Passion and Harambe, which are setting up the Freedom Store every Mondays and Tuesdays for Eaton fire survivors. It's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And Harambe is located at 1609 Navarro Avenue in Pasadena. It is set up by appointment only. So if you would like to set up an appointment, you have to scan the QR code or go to the website tinyurl.com/Harambe Freedom Store. And items vary from toiletries, home essentials, and much, much more. And then the LA County Department of Mental Health has the Eaton Fire Support classes available. Subject matter being dealing with disaster, how to cope and thrive. This is happening now through November 29th, except for Veterans Day and Thanksgiving Day. Its location is at Loma Alta Park, 3330 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. And they are available on Tuesdays from 5 to 6:30, and then Thursdays and Saturdays from 12 noon to 1:30 p.m. If you would like additional information, please contact Dr. Michelle Majors at 626-430-2930. And there's a free clothes for fire victims, immigrants, and those in need service being provided. One was Sunday, and the next one will be this tomorrow, Tuesday, from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. It is My Zero Waste Store at 25 South El Molino Avenue in Pasadena. Clothes, shoes, and hats are available for all ages, bags, scarves, and other accessories too. If you have some questions or would like some information, you can go to 626-590-9482 or go to the store website, myzerowastestore.com. The LaundryTruckLA.com still has their services. Next one is tomorrow at Pasadena Sierra Madre YMCA, which is at 611 Sierra Madre Boulevard in Sierra Madre. They have a drop-off. The drop-off hours from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Drop off your clothes, come back in a couple hours. They will have been washed, dried, and folded. I'll go over the rest of the week's services tomorrow. And then there's the grand opening of the Altadena Cookie Company happening Wednesday, the 29th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's at 3027 North Lincoln Avenue. They hope to see you there from 10 a.m. to 5. And if you have questions, you can go to altadenacookie.com or call 626-989-1437. The Altadena Library District is presenting the mental wellness workshops for older adults. The next event will be on the 6th of November, where they'll discuss holiday blues. It'll be from 10 to 11. And then the following one will be the 4th of December, discovering your passion. It'll take place at Bob Lucas Library at 2659 Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. And then this Thursday, October 30th, from 6:30 to 9 p.m. is another session of Jazz at the Paseo.
No. That's not happening. It's only for people that receive the actual private invitation that she sends you directly. That's not an open one that's going to be outside. She called me the other day and said, Tony, it's changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so we can pull that out of the announcement. Sorry, some things changed.
I've just moved past it, so I won't
Awesome.
do it anymore.
Thanks, Jamal.
Thank you for that info.
Yeah.
Good catch. I'm glad you were on. So then the Pasadena Church is still continuing their Dina Relief Drive. It's happening every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., located at 425 Cher Madre Boulevard in Pasadena. And if you are open to volunteering, please scan the QR code. And then we have the world's largest Christmas light maze. It's Enchant, taking place November 17th through December 28th at Santa Anita Park in Arcadia. However, they are currently looking for talented team members as event staff, brand ambassadors, character actors, build team, event support staff, photographers, and event coordinators. If you're interested in participating and working with them, they're looking for about 100 seasonal team members. Please scan the QR code. And if you have questions, you can go to enchantchristmas.com. And then lastly, of course, we have the Altadena Talks Foundation's A Day of Thanks Community Luncheon. It's taking place Saturday, November 22nd, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Loma Alta Park Gymnasium, which is at 3330 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. It's for Altadena residents with proof of residence prior to the 7th of January. This event is free for those who have lost their homes or their homes being considered uninhabitable. Please scan the QR code on the screen, or you can go to altadenatalks.org/ATF meals sign up. We currently have a deadline of the 1st of November for this sign up, and we are looking forward to having you there. It'll be some really good food and a chance for you to meet with many people in the community.
And it's growing. We have like 185 people signed up as of this morning.
Excellent. I'm bringing everybody back on. That was the last slide for today.
Cool.
Go to sleep, Brian.
I was going to say, looks like we're ending early so Brian could get some rest. And I got some appointment I have to go to Pasadena today to work on sponsors for the event. I'm getting more.
Special shout out to Francine Epstein, joined on Altadena Talks Instagram, Classic Ash, JPCA 5800, that's the name, and My Tribe Rise joined. So thank you very much for checking it out. And there was a lot of, I forgot, I went to some events last week too that I didn't announce. So thank you, Pastor BJ, for inviting me to your award ceremony. Sorry, I had an emergency. I had to go back to the office and deal with a client, but they're also doing a trunk or treat with Stronghold Foundation. We'll probably have that flyer on tomorrow. I just got it, so I got to give it to you, Jamal, so you can put it in the slides.
Yep.
Other than that, I'm really hungry right now. I ain't even eating anything too. So being on that, well, one good thing is that I'm the main person that if I'm at an event and I'm working it, first thing I ask, can we go grab our lunch now? Because they brought a lot of food on Saturday and we didn't get to eat. And by the time we got down there, it was, yeah. So I made sure Jamal and I were trading off on the run a show. And so Jamal looked like he was really enjoying himself, so I just like kind of disappeared.
It was cool, and I gotta appreciate. I want to thank you for getting food, because I'm sitting
I
up
knew he
here. I'm
wasn't
not
going to
even
get
thinking
up.
about it.
Right.
Brian brings a box of food, and it was like, oh man, thanks.
Yeah, man, I gotta make sure the homie is taken care of, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that was the case on Saturday. But it's all gravy. I think this is the most busiest weekend of our careers up to date for the Altadena podcast, because this is the longest running podcast that we've ever done.
Oh, heck yeah.
In one day. Almost 7 hours.
Yeah, 6 hours, 41 minutes and change. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I do have something real quick I wanna announce. I don't know if anybody's available. So Marcus's wife works for the Union Station Homeless Services. They're actually hosting the trunk or treat tomorrow, the 28th, for the children in the shelters. They are short a couple cars. So if you're interested in driving up and being part of the trunk or treat, they are, it'll be from 5 to 6:30. They'll be very appreciative. If you're interested, just shoot us. You can reach out to the homeless station or homeless services at Union Station, or send us a message. I'll put you in contact with Tawana or whatever is necessary. But if you're available tomorrow from 5 to 6:30 for trunk or treat, that would be really cool.
And I'm going to do a couple little quick announcements. This is because I go to Victory Bible Church. I'm always talk about what we're doing, but this weekend is going to be extremely busy. It is the John Muir High School Alumni Fair on Sunday, but it's the Turkey Tussle on Friday, Birdie Tussle, I think, on Thursday. Mm-hmm. So Birdie Tussle at the Rose Bowl or at the Brookside Country Club is Thursday. I don't have the link to that right now, but if one of y'all want to pull it up, if you still want to, I think you can still register. I'm not sure. But anyway, the Birdie Tussle is then. The Turkey Tussle is Friday evening at 7. Get your tickets. Even if you can't attend or you're out of state, get some tickets and support it, because we know over the last few years, the Rose Bowl has said, oh, they can do this at their own high school stadiums, not in the Rose Bowl. So if we don't sell enough tickets, they have been looking at that for at least 5+ years. So maybe want to support that. Victory is also having a fall festival at 6 p.m. on October 31st for children, game, dancing, face painting, all of that. I won't be there. I'll be at the Rose Bowl. Then we got a busy weekend. Saturday is Restoration Night. There will be some preaching, but there's a concert with a gospel artist called Todd Galbraith. You do have to go into vbcpasadena.org and register for that. However, I've been asked to have a resource table there for Altadena Talks later, because we're going to provide resources for the 46 families that, from Victory that lost homes. So if other people are there and they were impacted, they can come into the area in the back where the resource tables will be. And I will be to do last minute signups for the luncheon, specifically because Victory is going to be intertwined with that and do some things at that. And then there's just shout out to Pastor John. He's gotten, a lot of kudos lately. He was in, I forget the name of that paper. It's LA paper. Anyway, for all the work he's doing in the community, just like Kerwin Manning with Pasadena Church, they're doing amazing, amazing work, obviously, ever since the fires. But his second pastoral anniversary is 6 p.m. on Sunday. So anybody that knows Pastor John, loves him, wants to come and participate in that, can do that as well. So those are just some quick little things that are Altadena Talks, plus kind of joined in with Victory because I go there. And then not to forget the great things that are happening with the Turkey Tussle and the Alumni Fair. Oh, I forgot that. Is it at noon to 5 on Sunday at John Muir? If you are around and you went to Muir or whatever and want to come to the Alumni Fair, it is at noon on Sunday until 5 p.m. So I will basically live out of my car Sunday because I'll be at church at 8:30, 11, go to Muir for that, go back for the anniversary thing at 6. So I will not see my house from the time I leave. So I might have to change of clothes and all that. But it's a lot of stuff going on. It seems like not just this weekend, but now through the end of the year, there's a lot of things that are happening. And one thing that I really love, and I have to say this, is that Altadena is not being forgotten. And there are lots of events that will center around those impacted by the fire, whether they lost their homes in totality or had smoke damage, had to be evacuated, still are not back home. There are a lot of events, and I'm super happy to see it. And there's a lot that are on the same day. So people will have to pick and choose what they want to go to, or go to one thing and leave and go to another thing. And that's fine. But I love the fact that people continue and organizations continue to come together for the community so that they don't feel forgotten, regardless of, where they may be displaced or whatever, until they rebuild and come back.
Elaborating on what Tony was talking about with the homecoming fair, on that same day at 10 is the actual Hall of Fame ceremony. And I am proud to announce that 3 class of 85 members are being inducted, and those would include awesome. Richard Bell, Joel Thomas, who won gold medal in the Olympics.
That's awesome.
And Brian Westmoreland. So we got 3 people from our class, which is dope because our 40th reunion is the day before.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'll be really cool.
So it's going to be a nice weekend, and that's why I will not be available to do anything but that on Saturday. Altadena Talks will have a booth up at the fair. I have been coerced.
Oh, yeah, I heard we are.
Into
we'll be live.
Agreeing to this. And we will be live. So if you feel that you want to go, but you've never been, now you'll get a taste of it. And I would encourage you to bring yourself out to support and have a good time. It's always a great time. Our school rocks. In fact, I'm not even going to go there. But our class of 85 reunions always have at least 150 plus. Always. So we just got finished selling 150 tickets yesterday.
Nice.
So it will be a stone groove, baby. I can't wait.
I can't wait to crash.
How do you know? Where did you find out who got who's being awarded for that Sunday? Oh, I know you're on the board, but
I'm on the board. But if you go to the John Muir High School Alumni Association group, they usually have it there, and I didn't look. Because I could have.
Oh, on Facebook, not the actual. Yeah. Okay, because I went on the actual association page.
Yeah, I'm in charge of that, and I've been slacking. So.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on blast. I was seriously just asking.
Well, I'm going to get hit over the head after this show because of it. So.
I'm sorry. No, that wasn't.
It is what it is. It is what it is. They know I'm out here for the community, so.
I know. And I wouldn't have brought it up and asked that if I knew you were over it. I wasn't trying to
But the reason why I jumped on and took the blame because it would have been known at the time.
Somebody would have seen it and said something.
Exactly. He ain't even there. Updates on the site. He's dropping the ball. You know what? Forgive me. I am so sorry, class.
I was going to say, we're ending the show because he's so sleepy anyway. So we got all the announcements out and we talked about what he did on the weekend or what you all did. I don't have anything other than those last minute little announcements. Hi, good neighbor Altadena. It looks like they joined as well. So thank you for joining. And
you know me, Tony, I'm going to be as transparent as possible. You are not going to get me. You're not going to get me. I'm going to get me. I'm going to get me first.
That's all of us are, right? So we will see you all tomorrow. We have Michael Anderson that I will be interviewing tomorrow. He is a principal for Anderson Baker Architects. When I met this guy, when I tell you guys, this dude is involved in so much besides being an architect and can help with rebuilds in that factor. And number one, he's 70 and looks like he might be 50, but melanin doesn't crack. So, he has a wealth of knowledge and information and things that he's doing to help the community. And he was talking about these trailers that they have this multi-million-dollar grant that they can, put you guys in a luxury RV or you can get in, you have to apply for. So he'll talk about that tomorrow and just a lot of stuff that I think will be extremely beneficial to the community. So looking forward to having him on tomorrow and speaking with him. It'll be a good week for interviews. We have TR Constructions on Thursday, and then Wednesday there's a Dr. Maria who's a therapist that will be with us talking about wellness for our Wellness Wednesday. So this is a good action-packed week, or not action-packed, information-packed week. I'm sorry, that was the wrong adjective to use. So information-packed week.
Oh, it's gonna be action.
That people, if you tune in, you will get a lot of great information that you should be able to share. Also, if you do want to participate in the luncheon, you can still register. I know Jamal said it until Saturday, but if you want to be a sponsor and partner with us, you can also do that. And I am still accepting partnerships through Saturday or Sunday, because the more that comes in, the better it is for those that are going to be there. We're just going to love on them and give them some things. So the more money we get, the more it is for them, and the better it is for those that lost everything. So we do have some partnerships happening with Passion Project and Neighborhood Servants, and what is Juicy Juice?
Juicy Little.
Juicy Little. And so
I forgot
that they're all I've talked to her twice last week. I saw her a couple places, but we're partnering with them on some things. So super excited, and have some great chefs partnering with us on this. Brittana, who is a Altadena girl, Funmi, and Derek James. So 2 local people for sure that are going to be participating in this. Potentially, I still haven't made that call, but I need to, for Little Red Hen folks too, for Barbara Shea. So I got to contact her this week and see if, there's something that she can do to help us, depending on the numbers that we have to feed. But as of right now, we are at, hold on, let me go right back to it real quick, 182 that have signed up for it. So if you do want to sign up and join us and come and be loved on and see your neighbors and, do what you need to do to express your thanks or gratitude for whatever you have at that moment, but also cry, laugh, or whatever, you can come and do that with us on November 22nd.
Yeah, Brian made an announcement about this also on the live stream yesterday, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I forgot. I did go to an event that was really, really nice at the library while I was there working. The vintage camera event. Yeah. Everybody came out for that, man. It was a lot of people, yeah. So I made a lot of contacts. I hooked up with the Cars and Coffee guy. Want to possibly bring him on the wellness side one of these weeks, as well as Deb Haberstadt. Shout out to her. She has a wealth of knowledge. In fact, on her page, I found a link that had access to like 50 grants. So I will be putting all this stuff together so that we can bring you more information from actual people who are involved that lived here that aren't getting the spotlight or the actual attention they deserve. So I see a lot of these people in these groups, and a lot of them came to bat for me when I was talking about when I'm posting stuff, and a lot of things don't get posted. So I feel that we should really be open to announcing things that are happening in the community, regardless of what other people feel, because we're public information for Altadena, and as such, we would try to get as much information out there to the people as possible because they deserve it. I also met the contact that is always tagging us at the Altadena Library, so shout out to her. And
which person was that?
I don't remember her name. That's what I was trying. You see, you just did what Tony did. See, I'm trying to slide it through, and now you put me on blast.
No, the reason I said it is because I met quite a few people from the library too. And I
don't remember her name, and I was trying to describe it to you earlier, but I don't think she was there when
I was there.
You were there. So I'm bad with names. I'm so sorry. So if I didn't say your name, I will know it by tomorrow, and I will reiterate it and tell that. Oh,
Okay, well, while he's having a little bit of brain fog, I think our show is coming to an end. So we will let him rest because he needs it. Much needed rest is requested from Brian's body and brain. And hopefully, Brian, you actually do go and take a nap. I know you're really good with naps. So go eat and then go take yourself a really good nap.
no, you already know if I eat, it's a wrap.
Exactly. That's what I said. Go eat, then take a really good nap and get the rest you need. And we'll say toodles and see everybody here 10 a.m. tomorrow for meeting with Michael Anderson. And whatever other information we didn't get you today, we'll make sure when Jamal does announcements that we have that for you.
So I'm gonna put this out there today. You can have lunch with me today if you feel like it. I am going to be at Mongo's Barbecue at noon. Okay? It's right there on the corner of Rosemead and Colorado. It's all you can eat Mongolian barbecue. I know a lot of y'all like to eat, so come on out. I'm not paying for your meal, but come on out anyway.
Have a great Monday, everyone.
Peace, everybody.
Toodaloo.
All right.